Well, a year ago, we didn't like the resource companies, but Rio's had a good result this week, increased its dividends. We expect the same from Fortescue and BHP. So iron ore prices have turned around significantly in the last 12 months. They basically bottomed a year ago. They've been very, very strong and stronger than most people have expected, and massive cash flow, because at the same time, Fortescue's been leading it, but these companies have pulled billions of dollars of costs out. And you see commodity prices rising, so the costs have gone down. This last 12 months, I've seen that revenue rising, so they're pretty profitable again. So we expect some reasonable increases over the next year or so in those sort of things. Rest of the markets, so-so, there's no real standouts for us, but that's where the big change, I think, has been in the last 12 months. Well, they cut them a significant amount, but they're just making a lot of money, so, we think it's better for them to pay it back to shareholders. I mean, BHP might use it to pay off some debt. Fortescue's already been paying a lot of its debt off and hasn't got that much anymore. So, the doomsayers a couple of years ago were worried about the level of debt of Fortescue, and it's actually very small now. So, what are they going to do? I think they're going to give it back to shareholders. So, we certainly hope they do. We think that's the best use of money rather than going out and building another mine. Always tough in a crystal ball 5 years' time, because we look at the last 5 years and resource prices have been down and up and down, and it'll depend a lot on what's happening in China. I think the good news, though, and I think this is one of the reasons why iron ore and coal actually prices have stayed high, is that the Chinese are very focused on pollution. They're obviously focused on growth as well and having a mix of growth, but they're focused on pollution because it's a real problem over there. And they've been closing down a lot of their dirty factories, their dirty steelworks, those sorts of things. But the best way you can have a clean steelwork, and you can never have a real clean steelwork, but if you put high quality Australian iron ore into a steel mill and high quality Australian coal, you're going to have less pollution than using low quality iron ore and low percentage iron ore and low quality coal. And if you actually think about it, the Chinese have quite a lot of coal and iron ore, but it's pretty low quality. So I think what's happening is that the Australian high quality materials are actually being substituted for the lower quality, and that is helping pollution. It's still bad, but that's going to help it a little bit if we use that. And I don't see that trend changing. As societies become more affluent, we get more worried about pollution. So, I think that's going to be an ongoing theme. So I'm fairly positive about that. We have seen more supply coming on board, but if that substitution continues, then prices might stay at these sort of levels.